I think it depends on your level and, again, your budget. I mean, I would spend money on other things other than hiring the sound people. I would just spend time educating them on what you need. I mean, if they're a live sound engineer at a particular venue, then they know that venue the best. So it's probably best to go with them. Unless you have someone that you're working with that can do it, inexpensively. I'm curious about what they're scared about. I mean, gosh, that's really disconcerting. Yeah, you want to have confidence in the show, and of course, knowing what you're bringing and being able to communicate ahead of time or a day of is really, really important. It's for your own comfortability, especially as an artist. You want to be able to just go up on stage and rock it. So hiring someone to help translate that maybe. Okay, so here's part two of the question. Yeah, a lot of sound engineers, well, more do now. They know what Ableton is, but they don't really need to know. You just need to set up your rig and say, hey, I'm sending, left to right tracks. I'm sending some background vocals. I'm sending a live vocal that's tuned or whatever it is. So I think, it's up to you to educate and send your tech writer and make sure, whoever's mixing your show has the best tools to make you sound good. That's really the only way. And you're going to encounter some people that don't know how to work with you and don't know what you're doing. But I just recommend just try to find communication up front with whoever is doing the show and just try to best educate them and tell them what you want it to sound like. And if you have a friend or if you hire someone to go out there and help make it sound the way that you want it to sound, because you're going to be on stage and you're not going to know what it sounds like at front of house. One other thing about this is just make sure, try to have everything as dialed as possible when you send it to them, so they don't need to mix that much. Tell them how much you want the vocals to be on top of the tracks. Mix the tracks properly, make sure that your set is rock solid. All of these things are important just so they have to do less on their end. And yeah, just get really clear about what you want it to sound like, have some references and say, okay, I really like the way that this vocal is mixed. Can you mix my vocal like this? Or if you're talking about your in-ear monitors, work with the monitor engineer on stage and make sure that they know how you want it to sound. So yeah, it's really just practice, knowing what you want and communicating what you want.